So my name's Natalie Wadley, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Changemaker 3D, and we provide low carbon 3D concrete printing to the UK infrastructure sector. The industry innovation challenge that we're working on is twofold. It is, how do we support the industry to have increased productivity? So how can we help streamline supply chains and time efficiencies on site, but also how can we do that in a way that reduces carbon? So we have two sort of mantras in the company. One is to design out carbon, and the other is to print in productivity. We are based in the West Midlands, and we've been going through an investment readiness programme. So this was a really good opportunity, one, to get some ongoing commercial support through the Accelerator, but most importantly to have a base in which we can print the first 3D toilet pod, which is a design that we've been working on for over 18 months with the support and funding initially from Transport for Wales. So our call to action is to print like our planet depends on it. It's what our team have as our internal compass, and we really just want as many people as possible to come forward and get on board with that sustainable vision. So the testing that we're carrying out at BCIMO is the printing and installation of the first 3D printed toilet pod for the rail industry, and we are testing several things within that. One, we've got a kicker for the bricks to determine whether the traditional damp proofing method is still required for a 3D printed wall. So we have one wall with and one wall without the bricks. That's going to give us a real world example of whether we can take out those steps in the construction process going forward. And the other things that we're testing include the interface with the 3D printing with traditional materials and traditional construction methods. That's something that we know going forward there's always going to be a requirement for those interfaces, whether it's base slabs, whether it's roofing, doors, all those details. And this is giving us a real opportunity, as you can see behind me, to actually build and construct in a way that blends the traditional methods with the 3D concrete printing. So the programme has provided us with a lot of support, both practically and commercially. From a practical point of view, we've been given a location to build the pod, a permanent place for us to come and have ongoing review of the performance of the toilet pod as well. But also it's given us an offline facility where we can come and figure out all of those testing interfaces, all of those details that we need to learn in the real world. And also from a commercial point of view, the programme has given us lots of insight into where we can access scale-up funding, both in the UK and internationally. And it's also provided us access to pricing platforms like Pure Tender. So we've been given a lot of support to be as ready as possible for the challenge setters who are keen to engage with us and look at commercial deals. So the key deliverables for this project were the toilet pod and having it as a fully functioning, self-sustaining energy toilet pod with the PV off-grid energy. So the outcomes for our business are twofold. So in the short term, we've now demonstrated that we can print buildings, non-habitable buildings. In this case, it's the toilet pod. But we recognise that that's really transferable. So we're looking now to take that offer out into infrastructure as a whole, and being able to make sure that we can demonstrate the greener and faster and more cost-effective approach of the technology. So we started our business to be disruptive and to disrupt for good with 3D robotics, whether that's large scale or smaller mobile robots that you can take onto site, and to bring forward low carbon materials. And we are well on our way now to demonstrating the value that that technology can have across UK construction sectors. We particularly want to see that this becomes as commonplace as having a digger or a forklift on every scheme up and down the country, because this is the future of construction. The construction industry in the UK contributes 25% of CO2. That has to change, and everybody's working very hard to do that. And we're playing our part in that through disrupting with 3D concrete printing technology, and that's our legacy. We know that sector, our sector, the 3D offer will grow, others will come into the market. But our legacy as a business is that we took the first step and we pushed all of the boundaries, and we didn't do it alone, and we're not alone. We're collaborating with incredible people and companies who absolutely believe in what we're here to do and what we're doing.